It was a night of strategy and checkout victories for round 2 last Thursday in Daytona. Lincoln Larson wins for the second time this season in GTP on a fuel-saving strategy with Christian Oquendo, while Christian Oquendo cruises home in pole position under the lights. Navigating traffic won't be as easy this week with less room than Daytona, and the battle in GT3 only seems to be heating up. Only 1 point separates Diltz and Oquendo for first in GT3 as we head into round 3 of the OSRL GT3 Series live next. Our venue for this evening is the virtual Sebring International Raceway, opened in 1950 and home of the legendary 12 Hours of Sebring since 1952. This 3.7-mile, 6-kilometer circuit occupies part of the Sebring Regional Airport and is widely renowned for its bumpy and changing track surfaces, some of the course being run on World War II era landing fields, but it's the good mix of slow technical corners and high-speed corners that go along with it to make Sebring an exciting track to race. The format for OSRL GT Series is as follows. The drivers are currently running a 15-minute qualifying session to determine the grid for our 45-minute race. The fourth season of the OSRL GT Series continues tonight, live on the Automotive Sports Network with Bryan Sawyer in the production truck and Cody Erdmann next to me in the commentary box. My name is Justin Robichaud as we welcome you to virtual Sebring, Florida. Cameras for tonight's broadcast are brought to you tonight by Whiplash SimCams. Coverage of OSRL on ASN, and it's brought to you by NordVPN. NordVPN, your gateway to online freedom and security. Protect your digital privacy with military-grade encryption. Browse the web anonymously and access your favorite content from anywhere in the world. Receive 67% off a 2-year plan with 3 months free at nordvpn.com/ASNTVUSA. Cody, you were on track last week, and you're actually second in points for GTP right now if you include the drop week, of course. But are you kind of wishing you were down there on the track or at a track like Sebring? Tell me how you feel.
Honestly, not really. Really, the only reason why I ran last week for Daytona is just it's one of my favorite racetracks to run in a GT car, and had plenty of practice and experience with running the Daytona 24 the last about a month and a half ago. So, and I've ran, I think that this last Daytona 24 was probably like my 5th or 6th. So. Know that track like the back of my hand. This one I don't know as well. Have been testing it for the virtual 12 Hours of Sebring, which will be happening here in about, honestly, 24 hours.
Yeah, it's very soon.
Yeah, and then the real life one was just about past weekend. So we're essentially injecting Sebring into our veins this last week.
Yeah.
So.
A lot of leagues like to follow some real life schedules too. No harm in that, and so does iRacing to an extent. So, coming into the second round for GTP, Lincoln Larson takes a bit of a lead on yourself, Cody, with 39 points to hold first. You sitting in second with 36, and Dylan Gonas 35, I believe. Dylan Gonas is with us tonight. Let me check the roster.
Yes, he is.
Again, he is. Look at that. So he's racing tonight. So there's an opportunity there for him. To come back, Justin Gibbs sitting there, possibly take away your position as well with another loss there. But GT3, that's where it's kind of spicy. We got Christian Oquendo and Austin Diltz battling it out here, 40 and 39 points. Like I said, just 1 point separating the two, with Corey Allen hanging on at 35th. And that battle from third, so we'll go down the list. We got Corey Allen with 35, Jim Gonzalez with 34, John McClain with 34, Edgar Ruiz with 33, Morgan Smith with 33, Steve Tucker with 32. Like a bunch of drivers within the top 10, Cody. Very, very interesting battle going into GT3, and the mix seems to be, like you mentioned, a little bit shaken up tonight.
Yeah, we're looking in practice in Gonzalez and Dilt, our race 1 winner. They were like P12 in practice. So currently Gonzalez put himself up to P4 in, I believe, my scoring thing is all messed up right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of times coming in actually. Louis Ortiz comes in with 9th. Right now it's Christian Oquendo in pole position by 7/10 over Jean McClain. Looks like 2:01 is the meaty time there from third place right on back to about 17th, 18th now. So look at the middle of the pack to be within a second of each other. It's going to be a crazy battle in GT3 with how many cars do we have here? I'm counting at least 30 in class, if not more here. Lots of cars for these GTPs to be dodging through there, Cody.
Yeah, and this is like complete opposite of Daytona. This is a very tight, narrow road course. A lot of like after turn one, you have like an SS section that you really can't go through too wide because you need to hit that last corner perfectly because there's a pretty good run down into the hairpin. So you got to make sure you hit those lines right, and then also kind of we're watching right now, Steve Tucker going through it. And then once you get to turn one or after the hairpin, then you can make some moves. That's probably the best spot. The GTP cars will be able to drive through traffic, but we saw what happened in the real life Sebring 12-hour, where the Cadillac ended up on the tire barrier on its lid. So definitely got to watch it, kind of navigating through the traffic.
Yeah, navigating through the traffic and the bumpiness of this track and the curbs too. So battling through that, if you make a mistake and clip a curb, some of them will just take you for a ride and send the car where you don't want to. But there are some that the drivers will probably utilize a little bit. I know when I was racing this track back when I did a little bit of multi-class racing here too. There were some you could smack a little bit, but there were a few you had to stay away from. And like a lot of corners, you want to work on run. Loads of straightaways here. There should be a lot of room for the LMP car or the GTP cars to get through and kind of navigate those straightaways, but patience in those slower, trickier sections will be pivotal tonight, I think. As Lincoln Larson moves up the field now, he's just behind Dylan Gonas for second place, just a 10th behind those drivers now. The only two of our GTP in the 144 time bracket. As Christian Oquendo still atop Edgar Ruiz now, who's in second place, but just narrowly, that battle now for first and second in GTP is only one 1/1000th. So fantastic little whoa, as we watch Lincoln Larson dive up the inside. Beautiful work there. Navigating through this field must be super tricky and open qualifying for these guys with this many cars on the track for this long. Must be frustrating to get a few laps in. Have you any experience? Well, how would you feel getting stuck behind some cars in a GTP at this point in a track like Sebring?
Definitely gonna have to use your patience. One thing you're saying about with the kind of the curbs here, we just had the iRacing update, and one thing they did mention is that they've been working on new 3D curbing, and Sebring is one of them that got it. So, little bit of changes on the curbing itself. Got some more texture and a little bit more bumpy, so some of the curbs that some of the veterans may be used to being able to be a little aggressive with, you might not be able to now, so it's something to keep an eye on. But yeah, like I said, you just gotta be patient with it, take your time, and just know the sections you can pass in and know the sections that you should probably wait. Like I was saying, after turn one here, that's that kind of SS section's one of them where you probably just want to, if you can clear someone, do it quickly, but otherwise just wait your time and then get the run going into the hairpin to kind of slice your way through the GT3 field.
We're trying to follow Christian Oquendo here. Having a bit of issues, I think, with his replay feed to us, but we've got him now there. Just he's out on a lap now. He's our pole leader at the moment. We only have 3 drivers in the 2-minute mark. We have Christian Oquendo in first with Edgar Ruiz in second and John McLean in third. Fantastic field here. Again, I'm blown away by how many drivers here are in the 201 mark. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 drivers, basically P3 on back, P4 on back from GT3 class, all within a second. It's going to be incredible to see how it all shakes down. It's going to be probably a battle for some mistakes, don't you think? Racing that close in traffic, there's not a lot of room for huge moves unless you want to do dive bombs, but it's not really what you're going to want to try and do here at a track like Sebring. You're going to want to go for some runs, try and make some moves on the long straightaways. And
absolutely, this is going to be, especially with the field being that tight, and like they're not. So P4 is a 201 flat, and like P9, P10 is like a 201.3. So it's not like a full second; it's like 2/3. So
and Austin,
you're definitely gonna have to watch what you're just kind of being patient as Oquendo goes hit 159.8. So throwing down another hot lap time.
Wow, another, just breaking out of that 2-minute mark. And Austin Diltz moves his way up into 4th position here with a 2-minute .847. So squeaks his way in very, very close. It's only a 10th off of 3rd in class here. Great little move from him. You have to think some of these drivers probably not getting on the board because of all the traffic. Some of them getting stuck behind people and getting shaken up a little bit. Half of our drivers seem to be on the course at the moment. Christian Aquendo still out there on a lap. Edgar Ruiz in 2nd. He's still on another lap as well.
That was one thing I did notice when I ran last week, especially in the GTP cars. You really wanted to try to find clean racetrack to make sure you had a clean lap. Or if you could time it, make sure you were getting around like the GT3 cars on like just straightaways.
Ooh. Josiah comes in with a 144.1. Wow. That is 6/10. That's 6/10 on first. That's a phenomenal lap from Josiah Noise there. Fantastic. Now, Josiah filled out my survey. I'm so overwhelmed with the responses I've got from this. I haven't had a chance really today to go through it all. I got most of my responses this morning and yesterday and late today, but overwhelming response. And Josiah is actually a 13-year-old kart driver, sponsored by Worldwide Technology. So 13 years old and comes up with the inside, manages to keep it there, but holding first place by quite a sizable margin, I would say. I don't know if these GTP drivers are having a tough time with traffic. We keep mentioning that today, but qualifying so very important for track position. But 144.1, fantastic. I'm gonna mess the name up all night, but and I even went down to check with them. But Josiah Unoise. I'm sorry if I'm messing that up again. I need to get a chart. It was supposed to be in my form, but we'll get it. Did I? Awesome. Well, Brian's in my ear saying I guess I nailed it the first time. But anyways, and I'm sorry if we mess that up throughout the night. Little high energy. Well, we're trying to be high energy tonight, anyways. We're Sebring. I love Sebring. I'm trying to get hyped up about it. I remember my race in GT3 here. I think I ran the Porsche. It's just a fun little track, very flowy and just great to get in a little groove with some drivers in those high speed corners and with the back section. Just super fun to nail. How about you?
I do enjoy this track. I don't have as much laps on it as I would like.
Right, you were saying, me neither, to be honest. I have one series race and some practice, but
it's one that I haven't really put the time into. Like, I'll be running the 12 Hours of Sebring this weekend here on iRacing, and that's like the first time I've ever ran it. Like, it's just something that's not really on my radar as much. And like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the track. Where I ran when NASA GR86 ran, we ran the short course here, had a blast with it, and also ran when NASA, we had the sports car series when we came here once, or at least I came here once with it. So, like, I have some decent laps with it. It's a fun, like you said, fun, flowy, but still very technical, especially with like the bumps coming through turn 17, the final corner. That corner is so bumpy, but it also gives you a lot of options. So you can kind of late apex it, diamond it.
They're basically an equalizer for sure. So I'm actually having troubles with my cameras too. I can't get anybody on the track. I don't know what's going on with this session here, but that is there's Brian saying there's so many drivers. The sessions are all split up, and my sim's having a hard time. But we're gonna jump into the grid here because it looks like with time dialing down, it's gonna be Josiah Unaze in first with Lincoln Larson in second, Dylan Gonas in third, Sean Fitzgerald in fourth, Fossey Fazillo in fifth, Maverick McKenna in sixth, Ethan Michels in seventh, Justin Gibbs in eighth. That's our GTP class tonight as we move into GT3, and that is our winner from last week, Christian Aquendo on pole position, followed by Edgar Ruiz, Jean LeQuain, Dylan Clark, Austin Diltz, Wanshi Rakenna, Logan Frey, James Rep, lost my position here, Chris Wilkie, Steve Tucker, Louis Ortiz, Jay Smart, Dan Carrito, Jack Clark, Brandon Holmes, Luke Pledzik, Yoon Gonzalez, Omar Acevedo. Oops, I'm sorry if I messed that one up. We'll get that all squared away. Ethan Halsey, Jacob Clemens, Deegan, or your Quiddies. I'm getting that one. Your Quiddies. Kaylor Catalano, JP Defino, Morgan Smith, Victor Flusher, Stephen Ryan, Tyler Rush, Robert Twiskey, Caden Diedrich, Wesley Woods, Matthew Buchorn, Nick Vinson, Jeffrey Seymour, and actually Jeffrey Seymour and Brian 11 are two drivers that haven't put up a time at the moment, sitting there at the bottom. So a little bit of time added, I think, to get these drivers past out on the track. Anybody out there, they give them a little bit of time. So I think we jumped the gun a bit, Brian. We did. So
I'm saying so far there hasn't been too much of shuffling. I believe Jay Smart has moved up a little bit, and I think that's it. Steve Tucker also moved up to P6 in the GT. It's mainly been GT3 movement. Has not. The GTP has been pretty stagnant where they are.
And I'm trying to hit my my notes here too, but my script has decided to die on me. Google Drive died on me, which is fantastic. So trying to remember what we got here for programming notes. We've got lights coming up on this Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, at Knock Hill. That's going to be round 2 of our light series. So come check that out. That's live with Jared and Victor Valley. My notes are broken, so I'm sorry if I'm messing this all up. But then and James Watson. And then round 2 of the Overwatch Specialty Service Rallycross Challenge. It's also going to be at Knock Hill at 8 p.m. Eastern. We're going to get the contenders and supercars lined up for that. It's going to be a fantastic battle. That'll be on Monday night. And then we'll be back here again on Thursday for round 4 of the OSRL GT Series, not round 3 at Hockenheim. And that'll be at 8:30 Eastern again. So everybody, I think this boiling down here, we're getting the grid going, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, we are.
I can't get my cameras going. This is great. Here we go. A lot better now.
So yeah, we'll be on track. We'll be taking this show on the European road here coming next week. Looking forward to it.
Oh, Hockenheim. Yes, that's actually a track that I personally have not raced yet. So very excited to get out there. I'm going to turn some laps there this week, get familiar with it, and be able to call this properly. So I'm back with my drive. So we'll hit you with the sponsor plug. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe to the Automotive Sports Network and follow our content on Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays. We're trying to grow as much as possible, so stay tuned for hopefully more content on throughout the week. And as always, our shorts produced by Jess Rakowski, fantastic addition. They always seem to be a hoot, and I look forward to watching them. So keep an eye out for that. And if you want to join in on the fun, visit nasasimracing.com. You'll get yourself a Discord link. Pop in. Tell us what you're interested in, and drop a note in the chat. We'll fix you up. We're gonna have something for everybody soon, I hope. So it's gonna be a great time racing with us as we wind down. We've just got 35 seconds to grid, unless everybody pops on. What are your thoughts before we get into this, Cody?
Definitely looking forward to seeing what Josiah can do against Lincoln here. Lincoln's had a little bit of competition, but nothing too crazy. And I think Josiah is like the first real serious competitions he's had here in this early part of the season. So looking forward to that. Although, yeah, we have essentially 5 cars within the same second bracket, which we really haven't seen in the GTP class.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And then GT3 is GT3, honestly. Like, I swear every series, those cars, like, everybody's on top of each other. So it's just gonna be all about managing the faster traffic coming through and making sure you have the right pit strategy to set yourself up for possibly a podium.
And it looks, am I wrong? Did half the field not make the race, or is my timing thing just all gone? I think it's just all wrong. Yeah, so I think half our field is just missing. It seems to be like a I don't know, telemetry thing. This is weird. I do, yeah. Oh wait, that there. Okay, things are starting to flow in a bit. But... yeah, that is strange. There we go. iRacing's acting funny again for us. So I mean, we've been having issues with our broadcasts the last couple weeks. Hitting cones seems to be taking out huge chunks of telemetry data and killing machines as well. My track map seemingly not working at the moment for me either. So yeah, it's always fun up here. So we'll try and do our best. I still see a lot of the deltas, so we should be able to follow the action here with a really long warm-up lap. Drivers looking eager to get going here, and I don't blame them because I am too, Cody. This is going to be fantastic. They're a little bit of a buffer there. I think we'll start to see them, what, 6 or 7 laps come through and start to pass people, you figure?
Well, lap time difference is about 15 seconds. So
yeah,
I'd say
right
about
around,
about 8 laps will be 2 minutes. So yeah, I'd say 6 to 8, because, you know, hopefully it doesn't happen, but something may happen with the back of the GT3 field. So yeah, I would say about 6 to 8 laps we'll see the GTP cars. So these first 6 laps are going to be crucial to kind of get into your place and try to check out as far as you can quickly. That was kind of the idea when I ran last week, was just try to run away and like separate myself as much as I could from everyone. And then once you get into that GT3 field, you can kind of slice through it and not have to worry. But on the flip side, the more experienced guys, they know how to use that GT3 field to navigate, or like to use as picks and to gain time over their competition. Kind of how I was able to work my way back up through the field, was I was kind of using the GT3 cars to pick guys off, kind of box them in behind and do all that kind of stuff. Although it's a little bit easier to do that at Daytona than it is here, but we'll see how good especially like someone like Josiah, who's younger. He may not have that experience and just pure racecraft knowledge of being able to do that, but we're gonna find out here in the next 45 minutes.
Absolutely, and excited I am to find that out. Just knowing he's so young. We've had a lot of young sim racers come through NASA, and I believe our youngest NASA Rallycross winner was 13 years old. So love seeing the new talent. My son's 3.5. He shows quite an interest in sim racing as well. I built him a little rig and plays like Forza and Need for Speed Undercover and runs from cops all the time. It's quite fun. So hopefully another generation will come through, and I love that. Sim racing's for everybody. It's so accessible. As we round the final corner here for round number 3 in Sebring, Florida, pace car is about to dip away any minute now. And the pace car hits the cones a little bit, and they're off. Good little run here for Josiah up on the outside. Bit of a move up there to try and close it, squeeze it off. Ooh. Pushes all 3 of them wide. Out into the grasses. My timing screen is all over that. Lincoln goes around and oh my word. Our race winner from last week, as Josiah is just navigating traffic here. This is unbelievable. Dylan Gonas now running alongside Maverick McKenna for first. Fozzie Fazzillo, these 3 drivers, Dylan and Maverick and Fozzie, all very beneficial in that crash right there as they just start to check out. Already some moves starting to happen here as Dylan Gonas holds up on the inside. Stays ahead of Maverick McKenna. And Josiah's very quickly caught up to this group as it looks like Dylan's just starting to check out a little bit. Take a peek back in the GT3 class. We got Christian Oquendo holding off Edgar Ruiz. Very tight battle there between them as the rest of the field from Austin Dilt's back is essentially in a lineup. And this is already shaping up to be an exciting battle in the GT3 class, Josh. I'm so used to being here with Josh Mertz, Cody, as again, Dylan Gonas just checking out up there in the GT3s have kind of formulated a bit of a gap, almost a second between all of them. I think the talk of tonight is going to be from Austin Dilt's back or maybe that mid-pack GT3.
Yeah, absolutely. We have McKenna going around in turn 16.
Ooh. So that gives Fazzillo second place, and Unaze a great opportunity to come into the podium here, and he's still in a fighting position. It's a long race. Dylan Gonas just checked out and just needs to not look in his rearview mirrors and focus on the rest of what's going on. And he's shaping up to have a great little move here. any battles between Unaze and Fazillo are going to just slow them down back there.
Oop, as Josiah runs
Unaze,
a little bit wide
off
there.
a little bit wide there. Yeah. As I'm watching again back on Oquendo, who's holding off Ruiz very tightly. The gap between these two, just a tenth as they cross the line. Ruiz looks like he wants to, oh, he thought about making a move there, but he files in behind. Knows this isn't the place to do it as we come through. Good little exit, using up all the course. Christian kind of keeping it a bit tight, almost driving a bit defensively. This is where you're going to want to do that. This is that one of those short technical spots we talked about. Small little chicane, right, left. And then we have a small runoff here. This is one of our opportunities for a pass, but I don't believe Ruiz has the run. He's going to have the slipstream. This will just make up for that mistake and keep him tight on this battle, as we're not really missing anything up front. Dylan Gonas, well, actually, Fazillo must have crashed. We missed that. Gives up the spot to Nuaze, and Gibbs is in third. But this battle, very spicy in front. Christian Oquendo is starting to pull just a smidge away from Ruiz, but Ruiz very great on the braking zone, makes up a lot of room. He's keeping him incredibly honest here. That BMW, very stable under braking. I'm quite the fan of it. The Porsche will probably take the center of the corners a little bit nicer, but the BMW, very, very smooth on braking. Such a predictable car, quite nose heavy. He's just riding in the slipstream now. Battle is just a line from back here. We're going to stay on the front here with Christian and Edgar, because this is about as exciting as it gets. These two are close. This is the battle for first place here. The rest of the cars are eagerly just in a line waiting for something to happen with this battle up at the front. A lot of movement in our GTP up at the front here as McKenna. Oh, sorry. It's just the timing screen going off. Dylan Gonas is still just off in his own little zip code with Josiah in tow. We're not missing much up there, but this battle here for GT3, we talked about it being the spiciness tonight. And this is proving to be very fruitful. Any mistake from any of these drivers could be costly for them and many others, really. It's a parking lot waiting to happen with everyone in a perfect line all the way back. And these two are hungry for that first place trophy. It's just, it looks like they're both just going through the motions at the moment, playing a nice, smooth, relaxing race. Taking a look back, there's a great little battle here with James Rep holding off Logan Frey, if we want to move back on that. Real quick, not to pull you off of our start, but it's really tight back here in this middle pack. This is, after my timing screen goes through a nice little shuffle, I believe it's the battle for 17th in class. Wow. Yes, 12th and 17th overall, so 12th in class. Yes, once you take those GTPs out. So it's a great little battle here. A few drivers poised to make a move, just trying, hungry. Couple mistakes puts them back. Ooh, Dan's on the inside here. Trying something, a little bit of contact there. He's making it stick. Oh, a little contact on the inside sends, oh, who was that? Is that Dan? That's, oh, and a little bit more movement here. Who's that? Who do we have losing this here? Clark, my timing screen is all over the place. There are so many drivers. I love it. Two driver, a little bit of contact there, sent Clark a little bit wobbly. Racing incident, really, that's a move on the outside. You got two drivers making a little bit of contact in the corner. That's bound to happen. That's never a place I like to be. I do not like to be on the inside or the outside on too wide. I don't even know who to pick. But the battle for the lead at GT3 right now is still just is so close. These drivers still 2/10 crossing the line. He's still poking on the inside like he wants to make a move here, and it's anybody's mistake is gonna cost him. I don't know if you want to help me out here, Cody, and watch some battles later in the GT3.
Yeah, we got a pretty good train going here. Got those first two running away by about, what, a second, and then second and a half. And then the rest of the field, they're pretty much evenly separated at the moment. So nice, calm racing here. Very calm, especially in the GTP class. Unaze is not really
in a position to apply any pressure to Gonas up front, but there's still he's in there in tow, waiting for a mistake. We'll try and keep our eye on that as we watch. We're really watching this battle here. Ooh. So great in the braking zone is Ruiz on Oquendo.
As I feel like Diltz is kind of joining this battle for the lead here. He's starting to reel these guys in.
Let's see if we can get a lap time comparison. My timing screen is updating like mad. There's so much movement going on. And it might have something to do with some of the telemetry issues we're having. I see our streams kind of, oh, we're still on there. Look at that. Oh, it's beautiful camera work here. And you're right. Austin Diltz has definitely approached a bit, and he's almost brought a few drivers with him as well. So this battle we were talking about in the middle, it's yeah, you're right. It's moving up. It's moving up. It's going to join, and this is going to be very, very interesting. It could come down to pit strategies potentially. All these drivers are definitely going to have to pit at least once here.
Yeah,
my timing screen is not nice to me tonight, so. But wow, this is a beautiful lineup here. Great camera work looking down the straightaway. You see how bunched up all these drivers are at the moment. Any mistake is going to be costly for someone and advantageous for another. Oquendo still holding off Ruiz here.
Yeah, these two just seem to be kind of doing their thing, trying to run away. These two seem to be kind of the class of the field these last couple weeks, as our GTP leader is starting to get to the back of the GT3 cars, and we're on lap number 6. So
there we go. So some traffic movement happening potentially. I'm getting word that something happened to Maverick McKenna potentially. Or he's dropping. Like I'm having kind of the same issue I think Brian's having internally too. Some people are just dropping off.
As Maverick has dropped out of the server, so.
Oh, so connection issue there is. Wait, is there a movement here? Whoa. You know what? Oh yeah, wow. So I'm in shock at how quickly that happened, but Inoaze's making a move on Gonas here for the lead in GTP and makes the move through traffic, Cody. He's almost leaving Gonas here in the dust with the traffic as he takes a bit of an unfavorable line on the inside of 2 GT3 cars there, giving up a bit of traffic. Oh boy, this is really heating up. This is a pass on track, not under strategy, and it looks like he's going to make it stick. And this is where battling starts to take kind of a variable, a dynamic flow to your racing line. You're not driving your line now. You're driving around other cars while chasing somebody. The stakes are a lot higher. We have a car around there. It's one of our GTP cars.
Is that's Fazio Fazillo.
Oh boy, so having some issues there for Fazillo, trying to get back on the track safely here. As oh boy, Inoaze's just starting to check out now on Gonas. I don't know if he was just waiting for that opportunity, but very clearly strong in traffic is Inoaze, and a kart driver and with a sponsor, probably a good one. We'll have to try and find some video. I'm gonna poke him in the Discord for some videos, but this is fantastic. We're seeing a huge strength here in his ability to navigate traffic. And one of my good friends on iRacing, Savian Rexer, is a kart champion in California. So know a little bit of the ins and outs of how it works. He's kind of given me some breakdown on what it's like, and I've seen some videos, and that is a wildly tight and very incredible form of racing, in my opinion, and forms some of the best oversteer drivers I think imaginable, and people that can just grab slip very, very easily, especially in cars like this. And what a master, what a clinic really being put on at the moment. Gonas just hanging on there.
Yeah, as Gonas and Gonaz and Josiah, they're getting in some really heavy GT3 traffic now. So these two, is I'm giving credit to Gonaz. Oh, GT3 car off, so it's gonna give a chance for Gonaz down the straightaway here. See if they now they have a little bit of an opening here as they go into turn 17. Gonaz right on the rear wing now, so he was able to catch back up with that little bit of a mistake from one of the GT3 cars. Yeah, now we're getting some really heavy GT traffic.
Very heavy traffic, and both of them having to make a move up on the inside here in turn 1, and this is going to be a bit hairy as they thread it between a couple of them. Some very nice GT3 drivers checking up a little bit, giving them some room.
Ooh.
Navigator side by side now. Gonaz makes a move back up on the inside. Oh, and this is a tricky section. We're coming up to a lot more traffic, and this is that part of the track where you want to be a little bit patient, but makes the move here. He's got it to stick. They're coming up to more. Inoise's just stuck right behind Gonaz as they come up to more. 2 more cars here making the move up on the inside. Is that Sean? Is that Fitzgerald? Yeah, that's Sean Fitzgerald right back there in tow as well. So some drivers are actually benefiting. Oh, a little bit wide. Kicks up a bit of dirt. Fitzgerald loves this coming into the 3rd place. Moves past that traffic, so now he's right there in view, and he's in this battle as well. Oh, the traffic is proving to be quite an equalizer here tonight, Cody. I'm blown away, and it's very refreshing to see. Lincoln Larson just has a few more cars to pass, and he's going to be talking about this battle too, especially if they get into it more. But
yeah, I was about to bring up. Don't look now, but Fitzgerald's about to enter the chat, which he definitely has now.
Oh, he's there. He's there now. One more move up the inside, and there he is. He's in this battle here too. Woo! And he's got a little bit of a move on Gonaz. We're on Fitzgerald right now. We come down the straightaway. This is the final straightaway. I think they're going to clear all this traffic and have quite a bit of clean air coming into the final corner as it looks like Fitzgerald was mocked up by, I don't know who that was. Is that a Quendo in first? Yeah, it was a Quendo, and he's flashing the lights. He's not very happy there. A little bit of a delta added. So he's got a bit of ground to make up.
I want to say now they're in the open traffic, so.
Yeah, they got 1 lap car coming up ahead. In 12th in class, I believe that's it's our number 12 car. That's Nick Vincent. So. Yeah, they've got that 1 coming up. That shouldn't be too much of a problem, but these 3 here, I guess you could say Inoise's benefited greatly from that little battle because he came out on top, but what a rumble that was. And Sean Fitzgerald has to be okay with this because he's got an opportunity, and the braking zone makes up a lot of ground here, and he's into it again.
Yeah,
Lincoln Larson's still with a few cars to pass before he can join that battle, though.
That Cadillac that Fitzgerald's driving, I would say, is probably one of the better ones on the brakes. Each manufacturer kind of has their own strengths and weaknesses, and I would say the Cadillac is super good on the brakes, so you're able to outbrake guys, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
That's a good thing to know. I haven't used those cars in particular. I always kind of stuck to the GT3s, and there is a huge disparity in the driving style that each car requires, in my opinion, for GT3. You can feel the difference from car to car, and it's good to know that that's with these as well, even though they do look fairly similar-ish, I suppose, but all with their own unique styles via manufacturer, as this is a very excellent battle. They're just coming up on that number 15 car there now. 12 car, sorry. And it looks like Fitzgerald, with the poor timing,
yeah, he's just
held up
getting
again.
Stuck
he's got he has
wide.
to take a wide line again, and that is not to his benefit. A little bit more ground to make up. I don't think he'll have any problem doing that, though, Cody. This is going to be a really awesome battle to watch throughout the rest of the night, especially when they get through traffic again.
Absolutely, and it's really nice to see the manufactured disparity between the top 4. We have BMW, Porsche, Cadillac, and Acura. So all 4 manufacturers are in the top 4 here. So
as
all fairly
we'll move
equal.
to the.
They just
let's move to the. Sorry to cut you off, buddy. Let's move to the GT3 battle. I don't know if this just happened or not, but Austin Diltz is finding himself in 2nd place with a pass on Edgar Ruiz. I thought I saw it just happen on the final on the back straight. Could have happened earlier. let's Brian's asking for a replay. We won't, because I don't know if that pass just happened or if it happened earlier, so I don't want to chase it around. But we're looking at the battle here for it's a three-way battle for first. Like, this is our podium, and they are under a blanket and clearly battling. We'll watch this for a little bit as in my opinion, Dylan Gonas goes off the track and gives the position up to Sean Fitzgerald. So other than that little move, the battle in GTP's fizzling slightly in comparison to this. Wow, what a shining star these three are at the moment. Quendo, Diltz, and Ruiz. Dylan Clark is just right there in case anything happens. With John McQuain slow toe right behind. But it'll boil down to a mistake from one of these drivers at this point, or a pit strategy if they keep this up. Austin Diltz makes it happen on the track. I'm excited to see if anyone else has anything else.
Yeah, these 5 in the GT3 class, they've kind of checked out from the rest of the field. And it seems like honestly, it seems like Diltz is the fastest. The Quendo goes off, so Diltz is going to run down into 17 here.
Side by side,
clear him by a mile.
Oh, big time clear him. That was a huge mistake there from Quendo. We talk about mistakes happening. He's going to have an awesome opportunity here. Makes the pass cleanly as Ruiz is now in and an opportunity to benefit, goes up the inside. Takes that on Christian Oquendo. And now Oquendo's on the outside looking in third place as we just shuffle the cards here. As Austin Diltz takes the lead here ahead of Edgar Ruiz. Christian Oquendo, just a mistake is what cost him 2 positions there. Dylan Clark poised to make him a move now as well, closing in on the picture. Looks like we have some drivers taking to the pits as well.
Yeah, JP DeFino was
JP,
coming out. JP,
that was JP coming out. Yeah, maybe had an issue.
Yeah, I didn't think I saw him.
Feels a little early. Yeah. Spread out now. Austin Diltz just checking out a little bit. Oquendo must be a little shaken up. Has to be, Cody. Just hanging on the balance here at the end. Ooh, made a little bit of work in the braking zone there, but seems to be falling just a hair behind these two. Ruiz, wow, just sitting in second place all night, it seems like, on the outside, just in tow from the pole position.
Yeah,
maybe he's just waiting. He must be waiting and biding his time.
Yeah, it seems like Oquendo's really, I don't know if he didn't make the right, like, he didn't switch from Q set or something, or just, or the setup is just too aggressive on,
and maybe
on the tires, because he seemed to really fallen off.
Yeah, that's
the top 2 are 201, and he's like almost in the 203s.
Interesting. So drivers who are conserving their tires, makes sense with the multiple track surfaces here, are going to benefit as we get a little bit of movement up here. Is that Ethan Michelle's trying to move through the field? It is. Yeah. Making a bit of navigation coming up through this here. Should be the last one for a little while, unless Fozzie gets back on the track, but he looks like he is off.
I would say this lap should be a little bit of a better lap on gauging where we are lap time wise for the GT3 field.
Oh boy. Yeah, Gonas is dropping down just a little bit. Well, look at this. Yeah, the battle for, I'm just checking up on our GTPs at the moment.
It should be the battle for P2.
Yeah, there's a little battle for P2. Yeah, Gonas is making a little bit of ground on Fitzgerald and just kind of hanging on there. Made that pass earlier on another mistake by Gonas. Made a couple mistakes in as many laps and gave that up, but he's got a good little run here on Fitzgerald. We're going to see something happen here in the final corner. Oh, he makes a move into the inside. He's going to try, but I don't know. It looks like Fitzgerald has the grip through the line. Oh, okay. Here we go. It's a pit. It's a pit.
Pitting.
Perfect. Okay, so pit strategy is already rolling in for them. Interesting. So we're going to have a little bit of a shake-up here. So while that's... let's check up on our GT3. Yeah, let's check up on our GT3s really quickly, but I think it hasn't changed much. Let's go to a quick ad break, and then we'll come back shortly.
love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding anything from me.
By the way, nice IP address. I like your neighborhood.
You are so special. This ad is just for you.
I learned so many things from you.
You are so generous.
With your personal data.
Switch on privacy, switch off trackers and viruses. Go to nordvpn.com. NordVPN. Safely be you.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Absolutely be doing what he has to do. He has to go for the championship. He has to recover the points that he lost. He's down the race, takes the lead in the 12. What a move. And he takes the lead and holds it.
Side between these two and turn one. This is going to get spicy.
Exiting turn one, over the jump to begin the first lap, clog at the inside line. McFarland contact between them. They are still side by side. This opens the door for Wetz. He can't make anything happen. Over in the 26, he has not won in quite some time. Dragster acing the entry to turn one, up heading to the inside of Magnus, gives him a nudge. The grip strip on the inside, Phil. Wetz had a little bit better run, but looks like Rocky's going to hold the spot.
You're so interesting.
I love your browser history.
I like that you're not hiding.
All right, we are back, and we have we came back at a perfect time. We have Austin Diltz dipping off into the pits, as well as Christian Oquendo. So those are our top two at the moment. There's a huge shuffle during the ad break. Just a couple programming notes. We'll go through them. We've got we'll go through them again. We got our NASA Rallycross lights. Round 2 is March 24th at Knock Hill at 9 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have Jared and James and Vic on that one. And then following that on Monday night, we have NASA, the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge. That's round 2, March 25th at Knock Hill as well. We got Josh, Brian, myself, 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a good time. And then again, next Thursday, we get the OSRL GT round 4 at Hockenheim on 8:30 Eastern. Good fun there. So if you like what you see, make sure you smash that like button. We've got a lot of great content on ASN's Automotive Sports Network, from shorts to live videos on Sunday, Mondays, and Thursdays. So be sure to hit that like button and get those notifications and come join us on those nights. And as always, coverage of OSRL on ASN is brought to you by NordVPN. NordVPN is your gateway to online freedom and security, and you get yourself 67% off a 3-year plan or a 2-year plan with 3 months free at nordvpn.com/ASNTV. So let's get back into the action here. Out of the pits, it looks like Christian Oquendo has taken it on Austin Diltz. And,
actually, Edgar has jumped both of them.
Yeah, I'm just noticing that too. Ruiz gets the jump on both with a sizable lead, no less. So this has just got great. Oh, a bit of an issue there. Ooh. So that's going to be a bit of a time for Ruiz. And still, a sizable lead. Small mistakes are not going to be that big of a deal at the moment, especially with these two battling behind you. GTP class. We're not missing a whole lot. They seem to be, after their pit strategies, pretty checked out. Most of them have anyways. The only battle I'm seeing right now is Lincoln Larson on Justin Gibbs. He's a few tenths back. They're navigating through traffic. There's definitely a potential for something there. As we've seen tonight, traffic's been very brutal, and it's been very fluid and dynamic. Something that our GTP drivers are probably not liking too much, because one small mistake for someone else can basically cost you a position, Cody.
Yeah, as old Lincoln actually looking to make the pass here on Justin Gibbs.
He's trying really hard. Yeah, and he might get it here with traffic as they're swerving through. He's trying to get in and out of the draft. So tight on him at the moment through this corner. He's trying to get a run. Little loose. Oh, that's gonna hurt some timing. And he dips a bit back. And one little mistake right there.
As Gonas is in the pits.
Is he taking his first pit?
I don't believe so. I wonder if something happened.
Oh, did he have an issue? Maybe he went in and forgot something. Let's no, we'll keep on the battle for first and GT3. That's guys. Who do we have? Oh, my screen! Right when I went to go grab it, it reshuffled. Let's find out who we have in P1 in class. Diltz, there he is. Oh, this one's really, really close. Diltz is really, he looks so impatient behind Oquendo at the moment, really fighting for that second spot. It's such a huge gap up there to Ruiz. He absolutely, if he wants to have a chance at pole, he needs to get past Oquendo if that's what he feels is holding him up at the moment. Both of these drivers look so smooth, driving such clean lines. Bit of curb smacking. We're going to go on board with Austin Diltz here. Using up a little bit of the curves, all of the edge of the track, clipping the grass as usual. And he's going to stick himself in there. Almost didn't get as good a run up there. Both of them on the outside looking in for Edgar, who's just driving off at the moment with no one bothering him. And it's interesting, both these drivers take slightly different approaches into this corner. Oh, so much of the track is used. As we come out, there's not much of a move that can happen here. This is, again, after turn 1, you're jumping into a section with some more technical, unless a mistake happens. Both of these drivers sucking up every ounce of the course, Cody. And these are some of the curbs here that we were talking about. You don't want to hit them too much.
No,
absolutely. Little loose as Oquendo gives up just a smidge of time, opens up a small door here. And this is another section where you can potentially make a move if you have a bit of a run, as Oquendo takes a very defensive line. Moves in on the inside, and excellent driving there from Christian Oquendo to hold that position. He might be delaying the inevitable, Cody, but Austin Diltz is right there holding on to it. He's just in tow. He's probably hooked on, for lack of a better term, as he goes and tries to make the move. Oh, and a bit of a contact. He pushes himself off the track as we have a GTP car coming in there as well. This is Lincoln Larson. This makes it very difficult. Austin Diltz just in a very bad position at the moment. Another GTP car making it by with Justin Gibbs. Now he's just sandwiched between a couple GTPs. That mistake brings him far back, almost takes him out of it for now anyways. Edgar Ruiz is just coming up to that traffic as well as we I'm going to take a peek up here at GTP. It's a little bit closer now for that battle for first, and we should probably move over to that. Let's move over to Unoise and Fitzgerald as they navigate into turn 1 here around a couple GT3 cars, as it looks like Josiah goes up on the inside, using up all the core side-by-side still on the exit. And
as these two giving each other a ton of respect here.
Absolutely.
Trying to go around the outside.
Very respectful driving as he does hold the outside, but he does concede the position there to Unoise. Wow, that was I was almost holding my breath for a moment. That's very, very respectable driving. As look, we have a bit of a move on the outside. He's forcing Unoise to make a defensive line. Better run here, Cody. He almost has it. He has a fantastic little slip. Biding his time. Comes up into the quarter panel on the outside. Can he get him into the braking zone? This is going to be a tough spot to go side by side. A little bit of contact. He smacks the curb. A lot of it on entry. Seems to take the spot, but Unoise's up on the inside. Not enough there on the braking zone.
Oh,
Fitzgerald seems to hold it, and he goes a bit wide. That's some time lost touching that dirt on the outside. Side by side again. Oh, and Fitzgerald holds the position. Unoise seems to be setting up for a move here again. We have a GT3 car off. I'm not sure if he was scared or what, but oh my word, Jeff Fitzgerald is holding off Unoise very, very well. That's not a driver I would want to have breathing down my neck. Just a hair into the slipstream here as we come into the final corner. Very different lines on approach, Cody. So interesting to see. So we have Fitzgerald coming in really wide, and Unoise coming in almost very early and cutting it down. And oh, he's stuck behind him. Tries to make a move on the outside in turn 1. Goes really wide, uses up all of the course, a little bit loose. Brings it side by side, but we've got some traffic here. Josh, the GT3 car. Is this going to work into his benefit? It is. He's going to go around the outside and leave Fitzgerald in the dust. Wow, what a move. And a misfortune again in traffic. This is not something that these drivers have to be enjoying. It's so fluid. You have to be very quick on your toes. Oh my goodness, Fitzgerald a little bit hard on the brakes, locks it up and gives up a ton of time and really fizzles this battle out. Takes all the steam right out of it. And he's just going to let Unoise run off there.
We'll see if Fitzgerald can kind of cool down the tires a little bit and remount a charge.
Oh,
and that move that Josiah made was exactly the move I was talking about. Like, all you need is one GT3 car in the least optimal position for the opposing driver, and you can use them as a pick. Like, Josiah did a textbook perfectly right there.
A pick, exactly. I was thinking the same thing, like a basketball move. You just use someone else as a block, and fantastic. That's smart. That is high IQ driving. And Fitzgerald gets, you're right. A little bit of contact there sends him around. He's able to save it. I know that there was a bit of an issue from the third place car, but it looks like I don't have Justin Gibbs on my screen at the moment, but he's in a battle right now with Lincoln Larson for third. And you have to Fitzgerald flashing the lights there. Not very happy with that as he starts to navigate again. There's quite a bit of a cushion though, it seems, from Gibbs on back. So not a race ending issue, but definitely takes him out of the contention for that race on Unoise. And GT, let's have a look back at GT, that Whole field seems to be shuffling at the moment. I don't know what's wrong. Our timing screen, yeah, those encoders come through and it floods the system. But it's Ruiz still with a sizable lead. Very sizable lead. Yeah. And Christian Aquendo's got a couple seconds. Yeah, really the tightest battle right now, I think, is 19th back. 20th back. No, my timing screen just flipped on me again. I was just about to click right on a battle and it disappears right before my eyes. Actually, looks like the field based on that is pretty. Yeah, I think it's fifth in class. It's really sixth and seventh in class. There's a couple drivers behind, but they're really just checked out. There's a lot of red sec. Like the closest battles really are a second away. There's some stuff, some shuffling around happening at the 18th position. Victor Pfluger seems to be holding on. Ooh, there's a bit of GTP traffic too, so this could be a little interesting. But Victor Pfluger holding off Stephen Ryan here. Stephen, with that GTP traffic, just kind of got pushed out a little bit.
Yeah, as we got pretty much everyone's kind of separated and doing their own thing at the moment.
Yeah, a few small battles here and there, but there's nothing sizable, nothing in striking territory. Flipping through the fields here.
Yeah, honestly, it's kind of like everyone just, we got really intense there, and now it's like, okay, now let's just kind of calm down and run the rest of our race here, as we are approaching the end of, getting fairly close to the end of it.
Yeah, you got a few laps left, and you have to wonder if some of that fuel save strategy is going to come into play here again. If we're going to see some drivers in GTP make giant leaps and maybe some fuel saving. There are a few opportunities here with some straightaways to do that. Lincoln Larson showed us that in Daytona, and I would almost argue there's more opportunity here for fuel saving than there was at Daytona, but very tough navigated. Oh boy, Unoise goes off the track, collects it, but he's collecting it near traffic, and he's side by side with the GT3 car at the moment. I can't catch the number on that car right now, but that was a close call. Just a small little mistake near the end. It's given a bit of time to Fitzgerald, who now, after this passes, just has one GT3 car, Cody, and he's going to be right on his nails again with just a few laps to go.
Yeah, I was kind of looking back through the field a little bit. In P10 and GT3, Logan Fry and James Repp are putting on a little battle, trying to make sure you get a top 10 tonight here in Sebring. They're rounding the final corner, coming to the start-finish line. As they were a little bit closer coming down the back straightaway, but then Logan had a really good turn 17 that was able to kind of pull him out there.
And if you go back a little bit further, P13, you got Yoon Gonzalez and Luke Kledzik. This is a spicy one here going right into turn 1. Gonzalez is going to have, I think he's going to have a bit of work holding off Kledzik. Kledzik came in awful hot into T1, and he seems to be dipping to the inside very often, wanting, just craving to make a move here, Cody. Smacking the curb and using a bit of dirt on the exit here. There's a little bit of a run opportunity. Lots of drivers been making a move here as we have a GTP jumping in. That is Fitzgerald. Runs right through. It makes it a bit interesting. It keeps Gonzalez honest in this one. Kledzik right there wants to make that move so badly, as we've got Morgan Smith hanging in tow just in case something happens. Kledzik all over. A little bit of the mind games here.
Yeah, just trying to size him up, see where you can kind of capitalize.
Great corner there from Kledzik. But he's almost held up. He has to check up and lose a bit of speed. I think he's trying to set himself up for one of these runs at the end. I think that's the smart move. Running a bit on the outside. He's trying to set up for maybe a run later on. Gonzalez driving a little bit defensive, but all that's doing is making way for Morgan Smith now. As this has to be, on my timing screen, this is the spiciest battle we've got going on. As Morgan Smith enters the chat, Gonzalez off the track a little bit, gives it up to Kledzik. They're side by side into the final corner. Kledzik has a great opportunity to make the move here, dives around. It's going to be an over-under attempt, maybe. Does Gonzalez hold it? Gets a smidge loose, over-rotates. Morgan Smith almost hits the wall. Now they're side by side on the final straight going into turn 1. Luke Kledzik again wants the move so bad. Inside line, makes it happen. It looks like Gonzalez just didn't want to have anything to do with that, and I don't blame him. It's a very tricky spot to be in. Maybe he's not liking the way his tires were feeling. Morgan Smith now into, oh my goodness, a little bit of a problem from Kledzik. Opens it up and was that a bit of a contact?
I believe so.
Oh, that was a bit of a shove off there. Oh boy, let's hit that replay. Let's hit it. Let's go back and take a peek at this. It's unfortunate. All it was just a little bit of a run.
Yeah, we're gonna wait on the replay.
We're gonna go
here
back.
For a
Yeah,
bit.
we got it there. Let's hit that. Yeah. All right, let's go. Yeah. As it's just a run. That's all it is. He gets kind of checked up. They come into the corner. Who we got here? There we go. There it is. So there's a bit of a problem here. He gets a little loose. It gives up a bit of time. I think you kind of caught me rerunning a little bit, but he gets a little bit loose. Has a bit of a problem, and then unexpectedly, right behind him, gives him a little love tap. Racing incident. Not much you can do there. You got a driver trying to check up when they really are trying to make a run in an aggressive situation. That sucks. I've had that happen before. You have someone just all of a sudden right on your right on your hood, just laying on you, and you don't expect it. That's a tough position to be in. Can't believe we caught that one live. Morgan Smith is in a position now after that, trying to catch Gonzalez. Trying to see if we have any other battles here at all.
Actually, Fitzgerald is about to be on the rear wing again of Josiah. We're about to have another battle for the lead here.
Oh my goodness, here we go.
Fitzgerald is flying. He's been cutting about a second and a half a lap here, and we have about a lap and a half left. So he may be there.
And that comes back again to the traffic. It's so dynamic. It's so crazy. You never know what you're gonna get.
Ooh, big push there going in the corner.
Ooh,
huge sent it in there.
This is gonna get spicy. We got a lot of traffic here and just a couple laps to go. Unoise is gonna have a lot of work to hold off Fitzgerald if he can get past this car and get into this battle again. We've already seen the chess match it's been between these two drivers. Fitzgerald wants an opportunity to come and give him that little block move again, don't you think, Cody?
Oh, absolutely. He's putting on the biggest charge he can possibly can.
Oh, so you have a driver around back there in the GT3s. Didn't catch who that was, but it's going to create a few issues for drivers trying to catch up here in the back. Gibbs, I think, is what we're hearing through the radio.
As the top two should have a pretty clean track once they get around Ruiz here, so.
Unoise is coming up on traffic mid-corner on the exit. Makes it cleanly through. As we come to the... Oh, that's it. We missed the white flag. That was the checker.
Oh.
So Josiah Unoise wins it. Yeah, it's great. The sim's always awesome. That so Josiah Unoise is our third winner, our second winner, sorry, in GTP. Lincoln Larson doesn't make it happen as Sean Fitzgerald comes home in second. Lincoln Larson in third. That's got to hurt the point standings in GTP. It's going to shake things up for sure. Sean Fitzgerald jumping in as the rest. Ruiz, we got Ruiz coming in here on his final. He's finished as well. So yeah, that happened very quick. That was way too exciting. So our order in GT3, our top three: Edgar Ruiz, Christian Oquendo, and Austin Diltz brings it in there. Fantastic battle from them all night long. It was kind of hard to dip away from it, and between all the traffic, wow, that was exciting. We were so excited we literally lost track of time.
Oh, that absolutely. And I don't know about you, it never normally it notifies us when we get the white, and it never did.
I never got it either. Yeah, I didn't see the white flag notification either. Unbelievable. Just a fantastic race all around. So, woo, that's a lot to shake out. So we're gonna bring in, who are we gonna bring in tonight? I totally forgot who we have been interviewing. Are we doing top 3 and
we've been just doing the winners, so
just the winners?
I would say
Yeah. So
Josiah
we got
and
Unaze and Ruiz. Yeah. Let's do that. So let's bring I'll put them in the waiting room here. And we'll get
I
them.
would say we
we'll
should
get
probably
them
start
rolling
with
in.
our overall.
Yeah, let's bring Josiah Nuaze in. Josiah, welcome to the booth. Just a fantastic race tonight from you. It seemed like there was a lot of traffic management, and that was almost like a key to your victory, or maybe. Oh, just wait. I'm not even in Discord. Hey, Josiah, here. I'm not keying up in Discord where I should be, so I'm not even actually talking to you. So let's try this again. So traffic management seemed to be a huge thing for you tonight, and almost a key to victory. Talk me through that.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty difficult to pass all the cars, especially if there's like 39 cars, 53s on the track. So overall, it was pretty fun passing them, but also pretty difficult because Sean was right behind me. So I just had to, be strategic on how I passed the GT3s. But overall, yeah, it was a challenge, but fun.
That's awesome. And I think tonight's race was really just a testament to your racing IQ. In my opinion, you used some pretty good. Were those moves? Were those things you practiced? We saw you use almost like a pick block from like basketball on someone at one point. Use the GT3 car almost as a means. Is that something you practiced and had thought about and used before?
I don't practice on like the IMSA style a whole lot, but I just know that to be real smart on how I pass the GT3s. I think when I touched one of the guys, I didn't mean to do that. That was uh I didn't do that on purpose. But yeah, I mean I didn't practice a whole lot, but I was lucky enough to get through the field cleanly.
It was a fantastic race, in my opinion. Just an excellent display, and it was so fun to watch you race tonight. So, anybody you want to thank tonight, Josiah?
Yes, I would like to thank the league. So far for my debut, it's really, really fun. Real packed for the GT3s again. Uh, just about my parents um supporting me. For sim and other things that's happening personally in my life. And yeah, I think that's about it.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, and great race tonight, and enjoy the victory, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we don't have Edgar Ruiz, but we do have Sean Fitzgerald down there. So we'll bring Sean in. Sean, welcome, sir. You had an exciting race, and I almost have the same questions for you as I did for Josiah Noise, but traffic management tonight. Talk me through that. That seemed to be like the equalizer. It was like it was so dynamic. Like one person gained, the other person faltered one lap. Talk me through that.
Yeah, well, obviously, with it being a bunch of GT3s, there's a lot of people packed together, and just trying to find my way through was definitely difficult. But I think I made the best of it where I could. And I had my spotter telling me, how much I was gaining and everything as I was going along through the traffic. But I definitely made the most of it through the field today, behind the GT3s. I think it was the best I could do, but it was close towards the end. But just didn't have it in the last couple laps. Just tires snowballed, so couldn't keep it. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Fantastic. Anybody want to thank tonight, Sean?
Well, I'm gonna thank my team at Box 5 and Nicholas Shepard for spotting me. Did a great job today. Helped me a lot. gave me a lot of good info that I needed. So really helped me bring the P2 home. But it was good today.
It's fantastic. Thank you, Sean, and enjoy that P2. Great result tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
As I believe that's all we have for interviewers. Doesn't look like Edgar Ruiz is going to join us, and that's okay. There's no pressure there, but wow, what a lot to unravel. I think quite a bit happened at the end there that we didn't catch. There was a lot going on, but what a great little race all around. I had a lot of fun watching those cars navigate through that field. It was great. Give me your final thoughts, Cody, and then we'll close this off today.
Yeah, absolutely great racing between both fields. We had battles from start to finish in the GTP class with two newcomers in Josiah and Sean. And congrats to Lincoln on getting rallying from that turn 1 incident to get P3, so keeping the podium streak alive for him. And then yeah, kind of the cream rise to the crop here at Sebring for the GT3 class. Edgar, Christian, and Austin, those three, they've been kind of our top 3 essentially in the GT3 class, but it's only been like Austin, obviously he won Watkins Glen, and I think Oquendo won in Daytona, and now we got Ruiz. So essentially our top 3 winners in the first 3 rounds here are all right there on the podium. So
yeah, and shaking it up too. These tracks are really showing out some strengths and weaknesses of all these drivers, and every week it's I guess you never know who it's going to be. So this is pretty good. So we'll do results for the top 10. So we have Josiah Unoise, Sean Fitzgerald, Lincoln Larson, Justin Gibbs, Fozzie Fazillo, Dylan Gonas, Edgar Ruiz, Christian Oquendo, and Edgar Ruiz, so that Dylan Gonas closes off our GTP, and then Edgar Ruiz is our class winner in GT3, and then it moves on to Christian Oquendo, Austin Diltz, John McLuhan, Dylan Clark, Jay Smart, and then we have Steve Tucker, Wanchi Rakenna, Chris Wilkie, Deegan Urquides, Louis Ortiz, Luke Kledzik, Victor Fluger, Jack Clark, Stephen Ryan, Caden Diedrich, Brandon Holmes, Logan Frey, Dan Carrito, and rounding out the end, that's all we can show actually. So I'll name out the rest. We've followed out in 29th and on. We've got James Rep, Robert Twiski, Ethan Halsey, Omar Acevico, Jacob Plemons, Matthew Buchorn, Moon Gonzalez, JP Defino, Morgan Smith, Nick Vincent, Wesley Woods, Kaylor Catalano, Ethan Michels, Tyler Rush, Maverick McKenna, and a couple drivers at the end. I don't believe they took the field. Yes, we got Brianna Lavin and Jeffrey Seymour. That's the end there. So what a great race tonight. So I already got your final thoughts, Cody, but we'll go through some quick programming notes. Just another reminder, we've got NASA Rallycross Lights Round 2 on March 24th at Knock Hill. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be with Jared and James and Vic on that one. And then we've got the Overwatch Specialty Service NASA Rallycross Challenge Round 2, March 25th on Monday. That's the following day, also at Knock Hill. Schedules are sort of the same. You're going to have Josh, Bryan, and myself for that one. And then on Thursday, you got OSRL GT Round 4 in Hockenheim at 8:30 Eastern, and then we're gonna roll it all over again. And if you want to know more, come and visit NASASimRacing.com. Hopefully we'll have something for everybody. But if you like rallycross and if you like GT racing, we can find a spot for you. We've always got things on the horizon, so come join us today. Drop a note, go through our process, hit your likes and dislikes, and we'll find something for you. So, and as always, if you like what you see, drop a like and get those notifications for ASN Live. We're live on Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays right now. Hopefully that grows. We'll see how it goes. So, for our cameras, as always, our cameras are brought to you by Whiplash Sim Cams, and coverage of OSRL and ASN is brought to you by NordVPN. And the checkered flag falls on the evening here at Sebring. And from all of us at the Automotive Sports Network, from Josh Mertz, Jess Rakowski, Victor Valley, Jared Lott, Chad Irvine, Philip Kraus, Cody Erdmann, James Watson, and Bryan Sawyer, my name is Justin Robichaux. We hope you enjoyed today's coverage of the OSRL GT Series tonight from Sebring. We congratulate our GTP Series winner tonight in Josiah Unoise. Fantastic victory from him tonight, navigating that field. And our GT3 winner, Edgar Ruiz. And this was quite the battle here from Sebring. And we will see you on Sunday for Rallycross Lights. And until then, so long, everyone.